President Jacob Zuma has met with the ANC veterans he publicly ridiculed over the weekend. A Limpopo prophet uses an insecticide to heal troubled congregants. Very happy Monday to you. You're watching eNews Direct. I'm Duduzile Ramela.
And I'm Sandile Gangose. Good evening.
To comment on any of our stories, you can find us on Twitter and Facebook. That's at eNews Direct.
You can also track our main stories using these hashtags, ANC and Weinberg.
The Weinberg Girls' High School is caught up in a racial controversy. Black pupils at the school claim they're being racially and sexually abused by the head of their hostel. They released a statement on social media detailing their allegations. The Western Education Department says it will be investigating the matter.
These pupils from Weinberg Girls' High School say they live in misery at their hostel. They issued a statement on social media accusing their hostel head of several serious charges. Some of these allegations include being sexually and racially abused, being called a K-word on several occasions, and being touched and kissed inappropriately. And the list goes on.
She's had our self-esteem broken down, and she's broken our souls and everything. And we feel scared and afraid to have social interactions with white kids because we're afraid that they might think that you're trying to do something harmful to them. We've complained about her since day one, but there's nothing that they're doing. So we thought as students, it's our duty to take the problem into our matters and let the public know.
Hostel staff members are unhappy about this matter.
I'm a parent, I'm a grandmother. I feel bad. They are children. These children are our children. We are here for them, not to manipulate them, to love them.
The Western Cape Education Department says it is aware of the statement issued by Weinberg Girls' High School pupils. It says the allegations are concerning and officials are investigating it as a priority. The school says it will comply with any recommendations from the department.
It also goes without saying that the school will implement whatever recommendations are given by our circuit manager, the WC, the independent investigation.
The school also says that a transformation process has been underway over the past 6 months, and changes from a subsequent report will still have to be implemented. Meanwhile, the hostel head accused by the pupils continues her duties. Atim Tongana, Cape Town.
A household insecticide is in the news, but not for what you think. A Limpopo prophet claims he can use, get this, doom to heal troubled congregants. Prophet Letebo Rabalaho says the instruction came from God and the practice has healed many people. However, manufacturers of the insecticide say the practice is dangerous.
It's known for killing insects like cockroaches and flies. But according to Prophet Letebo Rabalaho of the Mount Zion General Assembly, doom also has healing powers. According to the church's Facebook page, Rabalaho first commands demons to enter the body of a congregant. He then purportedly speaks to the demons. And then he sprays doom on the individual's face to drive the demon out. But why doom?
I believe God. This is God. God can do anything. God can use anything. It's not a matter of, God used the doom. If God can use oil, God can use water, God can use anything. So it's not a matter of me being specific why doom or I just took the step of faith that I believe it can heal people.
Cultural and religious rights body, the CRL Commission, and members of the public have condemned the practice. In a statement, Tiger Brands, which produces the insecticide, says it finds this practice alarming and extremely concerning. It is unsafe to spray doom onto people's faces. Using this product for purposes other than what it is intended for poses risks and is therefore dangerous. The company says it's trying to contact the prophet.
This is that?
Rabalaho is the latest religious leader to use unconventional methods. Some used petrol and made people eat grass, rats and snakes.
President Jacob Zuma has come face to face with the very same people he slammed over the weekend. Senior ANC leaders met with a group of concerned party stalwarts near Pretoria. For several months now, 101 party elders have been appealing for a hearing. They're concerned about the current leadership of the party. It seems the meeting was not easy.
One of the most important things is that we met face to face and engaged. That was very important to us. Number two, they've given us a number of issues, many of them quite difficult to resolve in one meeting. What we have committed to do is that we must have a follow-up meeting before we close for December.
COSATU hopes to come up with a common position on the ANC succession debate during its Central Executive Committee meeting in Braamfontein. Last week, the ANC called on the Federation to rein in its affiliates. Some have openly called on President Jacob Zuma to step down. Affiliate National Union of Mine Workers has already endorsed Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa to succeed President Zuma in 2017. COSATU also wants more debate on the proposed 3,500 Rand national minimum wage. Another issue for discussion is the state of capture report. The Gauteng Education Department is still refusing to pay the salaries of about 20 teachers at a Soweto school. However, it's adhering with parts of a court order compelling it to support the Honley Primary School. The department says it does not recognize the teachers. The school was shut down on paper 3 years ago when authorities merged Honley with Jabavu Primary.
People who are saying that the school is illegal, they are just pipe dreamers. I think they are using marijuana or something.
The school principal is refusing to back down. Not far from his office, some grade 7 pupils are busy writing their final exams. The school says the pupils would have not been able to write had the court not forced the education department to provide study and writing materials. The court also compelled the department to reinstate a feeding scheme program for the school's 250 pupils. This had been pulled back in June. But education authorities stopped short of fulfilling the order that 20 teachers be paid their salaries, which they haven't received since 2013.
The court order has ordered government to register or to look at the applications of the teachers that I have submitted to them, to employ them temporarily up until the end of December this year, and to pay the school allocation from 2014. Now, it's strange. One court order, you choose 2 lines, you implement 2 lines from the same court order. What type of a person are you? Are you sane?
But the department remains unmoved.
As far as we are concerned, they are not our employees until we are told otherwise by the court, and that's why we are appealing the matter. On Friday, our officials went to the school to try to verify who are these people, what are their qualifications, how were they employed.
The department admits it should have done more to ensure the school was actually shut down back in 2013. Malunge Lupui, Soweto.
Let's look beyond our borders now, and Zimbabwe's President Robert Mugabe says he'll go if he's asked to do so. Mugabe has hinted at possible retirement, saying change will come in good time. During a speech in Harare yesterday, the 92-year-old said if he has to retire, he should be allowed to do so properly. Mugabe will be contesting the country's next election in 2018. He's always maintained that he would die in office. And 30 people are confirmed dead after a bomb blast in Afghanistan. Reports indicate a suicide bomber entered a Shia mosque in Kabul. Islamic State militants killed more than 80 people during a suicide bombing 4 months ago. So far, no one has claimed responsibility for this particular attack. Volkswagen is set to cut 30,000 jobs across the globe. The car maker says it wants to rejuvenate the brand and develop self-driving cars. VW is still dealing with the aftermath of the emissions scandal. You'll recall the company admitted to cheating on certain pollution tests. Thank you, Sandile. Exams have begun at TUT amid tight security as officials say they want to ensure students are safe. Students from the Soshanguve campus are writing exams at the Tshwane Event Center, and buses are transporting them from various pickup points. Reports suggest that a bus was set alight yesterday, the vehicle apparently traveling from the Soshanguve South campus. Protesters have tried to disrupt activities on campus. They say exams should be postponed. Meanwhile, a student leader and two former Tshwane University of Technology students have been granted bail. They appeared in the Commercial Crimes Court for alleged extortion and corruption. It's alleged they tried to extort 100,000 rand from a security company for the extension of its contract with the university. The trio is expected back in court next February. If you've missed any of the stories we're tracking for you, you can of course find us on Twitter and Facebook. That's at eNewsDirect, or you can head on over to our website. That's eNCA.com/direct. Your business news and weather after this. In money matters, asset management firm Future Growth has lifted its suspension on lending to the Development Bank of Southern Africa with immediate effect. It's the third company to have its suspension lifted by the lender. In a statement, the bank says this follows the conclusion of a rigorous process during which Future Growth reviewed the DBSA's governance structures, processes and independence. The asset management firm pulled the plug on 1.8 billion rand of loans to state-owned entities in a move driven by tension between the National Treasury, the Hawks and the executive. The recession in Africa's largest economy by GDP has worsened. Nigeria's National Bureau of Statistics reports that the gross domestic product shrunk by 2.24% year-on-year during the third quarter. The West African country's economy shrunk by 0.36% in the first quarter and 2.06% in the second quarter, an indication that it may not come out of recession in 2016. The Nigerian economy is reeling following the crash in global oil prices from over $100 a barrel in 2014 to almost half that today. And South Africa's biggest private education group, Krio Holdings, has acquired a 50% stake in Botswana-based BA Isaho University. It's part of the company's goal to run 200 schools by the year 2020. Krio has not revealed the cost of the stake, but says the transaction will be done through its wholly owned subsidiary, the Weinberg Institute for Higher Education. The institute is accredited for higher education and focuses on teacher training. Krio will fund the transaction through cash reserves and bank loans. The transaction will add 3,000 students to the 42,000 already at Krio campuses. Krio is currently building 9 more campuses this financial year. Let's see how the markets perform today. Here's Joel Guy with all your weather details.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Weather Center. We have a rather busy looking satellite picture this evening showing storm clouds across the eastern and southern parts of South Africa, where we have a pretty big storm system sweeping across the eastern areas of the Eastern Cape. We also have this mass of cloud that is drifting towards western South Africa. Now on Tuesday we are going to have rain and thunderstorms across the bulk of the country, and the wet weather should start early across the eastern half of the country. Then in the afternoon and towards the evening hours we are going to see thunderstorms popping up across the northern Cape and pushing down into parts of the Western Cape. It's going to be mostly sunny, hot and humid for the Limpopo Lowveld areas. Partly cloud and dry weather is forecast for the southern parts of the Eastern Cape. In KwaZulu-Natal, thunderstorms are forecast for the northern areas. The rest of the province is going to be mostly cloudy with light rain. Durban and Port Shepstone warming to around 24 degrees. Thundershowers are forecast for the northern parts of the Eastern Cape, where warm to hot afternoon temperatures are expected. It's going to be mild for the southern areas with light rain for East London, Mthatha as well as Port St. John's. Afternoon and evening thundershows are forecast for much of the Western Cape, a hot 31 for the top temperature in Cape Town. It's also going to be hot for much of the Northern Cape with afternoon and evening thundershows, which are going to be scattered over the eastern parts of the province. Unsettled weather is also forecast across the Free State, where temperatures in the upper 20s and lower 30s are expected. A hot one is also forecast for the northwest, where thundery showers are going to persist on Tuesday. We are also going to see thunderstorms across much of the Limpopo province, dry and hot for Messina with a high of 39 degrees. And settled weather is also forecast for the Mpumalanga Highveld areas, a high of 30 for Mbombela. We are also going to see showers over Gauteng, Pretoria, hitting a high of 32 degrees. On Wednesday, we stay with very unsettled weather for much of the interior. Light rain is forecast for Cape Town. Then on Thursday, a bit of drizzle for Cape Town. Light rain in George and thundershowers will be confined to the eastern half of the country.
Thank you, Joel. After the break, Kanye West fans are unhappy after the rapper cancels a show mid-performance. Now, Kanye West has gone on another rampage, this time directing his frustrations at his friends, Jay-Z and Beyonce, among others.
Nothing new there. Time now to take a look at entertainment news making headlines.
It's been quite a dramatic week for Kanye West. First, he walked off stage after performing just 3 songs at a concert in Sacramento on Saturday. This was followed by a rant about how radio stations favor certain artists. The rapper also criticized singer Beyonce, saying that she only agreed to perform at the MTV Music Awards if she knew beforehand that she would win an award. And it doesn't stop there. He's now announced that his Los Angeles concert has been cancelled and that fans can go get a refund. Supermodel Gigi Hadid has been accused of being a racist. This comes after she attempted to impersonate Donald Trump's wife at the American Music Awards over the weekend. Hadid mocked Melania Trump, putting on a fake Eastern European accent, saying, "I love my husband, Barack Obama," referencing to accusations that the First Lady plagiarized a speech by Michelle Obama. The parody has been described by many on social media as disrespectful.
Wouldn't you like to have me as your personal trainer?
And finally, radio presenter and dancer Somizi has released his exercise DVD, Grind with Somizi. It's received some mixed reactions on social media, though. Some applauded him for being a savvy businessman, while others accused him of simply selling dreams.
Now, darling, it's no longer hashtag.
A reminder of the day's top stories before we say goodbye. President Jacob Zuma has just concluded an apparently difficult meeting with the ANC veterans. A Limpopo prophet uses insecticide to heal troubled congregants.
Same time tomorrow, up next with the City.
We do love to hear from you. You can send us an email to enewsdirect@etv.co.za.
Or you can just talk to us on Twitter and Facebook, and the handle that you need is @enewsdirect.
We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a fantastic evening. Bye-bye.